Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video we are going to take the Linnaeus plantation. Before I start, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any suggestions or recommendations, you can write them in the comments below. So, let's start. Point number 1 is plantation. Plantation refers to a large estate or farm where crops are grown for commercial purposes. Plantation refers to a large estate or farm where crops are grown for commercial purposes. Point number 2. Plantations are typically found in tropical or subtropical regions with fertile soil and a favorable climate. Plantations are typically found in tropical or subtropical regions with fertile soil and favorable climate. Point number 3. The most common crops grown on plantations include sugarcane, cotton, tobacco, and coffee and tea. The most common crops grown on plantations include sugarcane, cotton, tobacco, coffee, and tea. Point number 4. Plantations were historically associated with the slave trade. As enslaved people were forced to work on these large farms. Plantations were historically associated with the slave trade, as enslaved people were forced to work on these large farms. Point number 5. Plantation owners were typically wealthy landowners, typically wealthy land owners who profited from the labor of enslaved people. Plantation owners were typically wealthy landowners who profited from the labor of enslaved people. Point number 6. Plantations played a significant role. Plantations played a significant role in the economies of many countries. Particularly during the colonial era. Plantations played a significant role in the economies of many countries, particularly during the colonial era. Point number 7. Today, plantations are still in operation. In many parts of the world. Although the use of slaves slave labor has been abolished. Today, plantations are still in operation in many parts of the world, although the use of slave labor has been abolished. Point number 8. Plantations often require large amounts of land and resources to maintain. Making them a controversial form of agriculture. form of agriculture. Plantations often require large amounts of land and resources to maintain, making them a controversial form of agriculture. Point number 9. Some plantations have transitioned to more sustainable farming practices. In recent years, such as organic farming, or fair trade certification. Fair trade certification. Some plantations have transitioned to more sustainable farming practices in recent years, such as organic farming or fair trade certification. Point number 10. The legacy of plantations continue to impact societies and communities. Societies and communities around the world. And economies around the world. Shaping the way we think about agriculture and labor. The legacy of plantations continue to impact societies and economies around the world, shaping the way we think about agriculture and labor. So this was today's essay on plantation. See you next time. Goodbye.